Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to you. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. Good to be back with you today. It is a pretty quiet start for the most part. There are some areas of patchy, dense fog, mostly very shallow. I don't think it's something that's going to be sticking around very long today here. I think the fog should be relatively thin, and it's gonna burn off pretty quickly today is what I'm saying basically here. Otherwise, a few clouds rolling in from the northwest, but really the big stories of the day: a little warmer and a little more wind out there as well. I think especially the farther west you go, the strongest winds right in here, southerly winds could gust possibly over 30 miles per hour today here. They'll be lighter, kind of breezy in central Nebraska, not as breezy towards the east. Our attention then turns to the northwest at the end of the day for showers and thunderstorms moving through the Black Hills into South Dakota here, and they will brush by northern Nebraska tonight. So there will be a chance of some strong to severe storms tonight. The farther south you go, though, the lower your chance of severe weather is going to be. But we might sneak in a couple of late night showers, weak thunderstorms into the central part of the state, maybe as far south as I-80. But again, the trend would be for weaker and weaker and weaker showers and storms the farther south that should go. Tomorrow, those will quickly move on out. We're back to sunny skies, breezy, if not a little windy out there for your Thursday. Warmer temperatures on the way. And then once again, towards the end of the day and into tomorrow night, we look to the west and northwest for some isolated thunder showers. These will likely be on the weaker side. There's only a low-end chance of severe weather here. North Platte, maybe you get a little rain after midnight, but I think the chances of rain are pretty small, though, in most spots tomorrow night into early Friday morning. Well, severe weather-wise for today, or tonight I really should say here, again, I think those storms developing around the Black Hills will move across central and southern South Dakota, but again could skip over into northern Nebraska, the Niobrara River Valley of north central Nebraska. So some severe weather is a possibility. Damaging wind gusts the biggest threat, with a low-end chance of some large hail and maybe a brief tornado, but really damaging wind gusts the biggest threat. A low-end chance of severe weather right in here, but that chance of severe weather becomes pretty much nothing as you go farther to the south. Maybe a few showers farther south late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, that chance of storms is a little bit weaker, lower. The chance of severe weather, I should say, a little bit lower, mainly in the sandhills of Nebraska, a low-end marginal risk of severe storms. And then looking towards Friday, late in the day into Friday evening, we'll look towards northern Nebraska for a low-end chance of some severe storms. Well, high temperatures out there for today, a little warmer than yesterday, mid to upper 80s. Lower 90s, and maybe even sneaking in some mid 90s here to the southwest and to the northwest, with a little more heat into parts of the panhandle. A milder night tomorrow, or tonight I should say, which we'll get to in just a bit. Let's look around the area real quick. Again, upper 80s, low to mid 90s, including 96 around Merriman and Gordon, but most places upper 80s and low 90s. But again, notice some of the strongest winds will be right in here today. Gusts over 30 miles per hour are going to be a possibility. Same thing in southwest Nebraska. We might see some gusts right around here over 30 miles per hour. Upper 80s, low to mid 90s. I don't know why, but the almost every day the Lexington icon has consistently been showing rain. It is not going to rain today in Lexington. There's a low end chance late tonight, but I think for today, no rain expected here. Upper 80s, low 90s. Same thing in Phillipsburg. I do not expect rain for Phillipsburg today. Upper 80s, mid to upper 80s, maybe even nearing 90 around Red Cloud, Belleville, Superior, maybe near 91 in Mankato, but mostly upper 80s, maybe even mid 80s towards Wahoo and David City. And then mid to upper 80s in northeast Nebraska, 85 in West Point, 87 Neely, 86 or 88 degrees in Greeley, Bartlett, 89 in O'Neill, with mostly sunny skies, maybe a couple of clouds out there. Now we'll move on to tonight, where it'll be a little bit milder tomorrow morning than it has been the last couple of nights. Mid to upper 60s to near 70 degrees. That heat continuing to build in tomorrow. Low and mid 90s, pretty common, with some upper 90s in a few spots to near 100 degrees here in northwestern and southwestern areas. A few more triple digits into the panhandle. Warmer nights are ahead of us. Thursday night into Friday morning, upper 60s and low to mid 70s. Friday is going to be one of our hottest days ahead. 90s and some triple digits. Heat index values possibly over 105 in some locations. A warm night, Friday night to Saturday morning. Upper 60s and low to mid 70s again. And another day of hot temperatures on Saturday. Most of us will be back up well into the 90s, if not triple digits. Heat index values up to 105 or so. Maybe even sneaking closer to 110 in northeast Nebraska, where I do expect some of the highest humidity this Friday and Saturday here. So temperature's pretty hot on Saturday. They're only going to come down maybe a couple of degrees Sunday and Monday here before a bigger drop comes later in the week. And I'll explain why that is in just a bit here. But again, climbing temperatures in the days ahead, a low end chance of rain late tonight Otherwise, next chances don't come until the end of the weekend and early next week, especially. Well, again, right now I'm going 20% chances to 30% chances. I may bump those up eventually as we get closer. I want to get a feel for how those play out as we get a little bit closer, and I'll get a little more confident in those chances. But again, these are going to be mostly late day into nighttime chances of showers and thunderstorms as we go out of the weekend into early next week. We do cool back a little bit next week as a backdoor cool front tries to bring in some cooler air from the Great Lakes region, so maybe back down into the 80s. Hopefully mid 80s, so hopefully going to be a little cooler as we get towards the beginning of the Nebraska State Fair, which is right there, the 22nd of August. That's day number 1 of the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island, Nebraska. Looking at the North Platte forecast, small chance of a late night thunderstorm Thursday night. It's not a great chance though. And then we'll throw in some small chances Saturday evening, Sunday evening, Monday evening, Tuesday evening. Again, those are very generic right now. As we get a little bit closer and get a better idea of how that plays out, we'll get a little more confidence and give you a better idea on timing. And of course, that percentage chance maybe will change a little bit as well. But again, very warm in the low to mid 90s in the days ahead. The night's a little warmer as well. That slight cool down into the upper 80s as we look ahead to the middle and end of next week. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. I'll be back with you on Thursday with all the latest. Take care and God bless. Bye.